name is Udo Eberlein. Welcome. I'm the CEO of Chemster, which is a company which is building a personal care product creation platform called Osmi. Osmi is how we call it, the simplest space to create cosmetics. And it is a digital platform which we came up with a couple of years ago before we founded Chemster, where we saw that there's a lot of challenges in how cosmetics products are being created. The market's really changing in terms of what the expectation is on the consumer side, in terms of how fast the product should be at hand. There's a lot of new trends around cosmetics in terms of natural cosmetics, paraben-free, all these different things that customers now want or consumers now want. And that brings a big challenge onto the innovators in the space. And in order to really realize that challenge, we're trying to build a platform, we're delivering a platform which allows them to really cut down on some of those inefficiencies and to make better choices around data. And that's why we're talking to you today about what Osmi is. It's a digital platform to create cosmetics. What is digitalization? I'll tell you what it's not. It's not bringing your goods onto an online store. It's not just looking for, online for alternate suppliers or, sending purchase orders via email versus, doing that through an automated EDI system, for example. Digitalization really is about utilizing technology to enable really new processes, transforming the way you build products in terms of the tools that you have at hand or the information you have about the products. And it is engaging with your customers digitally and in a more delightful way where it's more integrated. It's more gaining the customer feedback to build the right relevant products to then based on data that you've created together. And we've seen many different sectors already disrupted by digitalization. If we look at some of the examples in the consumer space, I'm sure you've heard all of these before: Uber, Airbnb, even Amazon. Those are all great examples how different industries have become disrupted by digitalization and have become more efficient and more also saving cost. So I think the question is, how is digitalization applied to B2B and specifically to personal care? And that's what we're aiming to solve with Osmi. The whole reason for us building this platform called Osmi is because we felt that the cosmetics value chain is largely analog. It's fragmented and it's subsequently inefficient. Information is often not available at the right time. Of course, bigger brands like L'Oreal, Estée Lauder, and others are highly digitalized or digitized companies. But as we're seeing a shift in where the innovation is happening in the personal care industry, which is more on the innovative brands, on the smaller brands, and the SMEs, on the independent brands, they're not very digitalized because they just don't have the means. They don't necessarily have all the different pieces that are necessary to build a product quickly. And as I mentioned to you earlier, time to market is what we're trying to solve. There's a lot of these, we saw as we were gathering information, we saw that there's a lot of these processes, on that path to market for a product. There's a lot of these processes that are done analog. There's a lot of phone calling. There's a lot of, trade show. There's a lot of personal interaction needed. And it's not necessarily always just in time. It is at the wrong time or it doesn't happen at all. The choice of different suppliers and services is not very transparent. It is, you literally work with who you know. So the point is, we want to digitalize this industry to help it gain speed, to help it achieve lower pricing. And that is a win for both the brands, the suppliers, and ultimately the consumer. The challenge that we see is that there's many different single supplier platforms that are trying to win the customer. There are, I don't know how many scattered single initiatives that are killing the user experience because all of a sudden on the path to building this product, you have to combine all those things and have them work in concert. There is no single one-stop shop to address all of this and to cater to this in one single platform in a delightful way. built Osmi, we thought about what is it that everyone needs. Everyone needs search and discovery. Everyone needs to then find those partners, so in other words, matchmaking, and everyone needs to have a delightful way to build a product. So it's these three core product pillars that we built this ecosystem on: search and discovery, matchmaking, collaboration, and project management. If you bind those things together in a beautiful UX and UI, ultimately, user experience and user interface, then you will get participation, and you will get basically all the different pieces in one place. And that ultimately leads to reduced time to market, cost savings, and ultimately transparency and efficiency. And that is what we're aiming to do with a one-stop ecosystem. We're just getting started with the first implementation of Osmi. Of course, as we learn about what is most relevant on the platform, what is most used, what is most asked for, what are the most relevant processes that need to be delivered or that need to be catered to, that's all data, and that helps us shape better product decisions, which we will then give back to the community. In a sense of where does the digitalization lie in the future for cosmetics creation, in a sense of what's out there tomorrow? We don't know all that yet. Like I said, we're just getting started. We're laying the foundation now for things to come, and together with all of our users and and analyzing the data that we all collectively create in that process, we'll be able to build better products, subsequently making life better for all the different players within that product creation chain.